Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is AB from AB City. Today is a very special day because today I'm here with my beloved younger brother, Fardin. The purpose of this vlog is actually we'd like to introduce you guys a very different kind of content from what I have been doing recently. You guys know that I make contents of recruitment, I made contents of vlogs, like travel vlogs, and recently I'm also doing music videos, music covers. But this one is particularly very different because today we're going to talk about investment. As you guys know, I've been working quite for some time and I've always wanted to do some investment, buy stocks, buy crypto. But until now, I'll be 28 very soon, but I wasn't able to actually get into the stock market. Whereas today I have Ferdin, who is in the stock market from the age of 21 since he was a first year student. So let me introduce you all the Desi Brothers podcast, Desi Investors Podcast, and Fardin, who's a investor. Fardin, can you please talk a little more about yourself?
Hi everyone. Uh, so basically, I moved abroad and I'm living in Canada from 2017. And my interest in study was always finance. And in the near future, I dreamt from the very beginning that I want to be in the stock market in the investment and financial industry. So I was always curious and interested, but although there is so much information out there, it's very tough for someone like me or even like my brother over here to start investing. Like there is like what I felt is too much information out there and it gets quite confusing. And that is why we both brothers decided to start a podcast to simplify this process and help whoever is out there like us so that they can start investing. And what made me interested was the 2017 bull trend for crypto when the price of Bitcoin for the first time reached $20,000. So that time I was very new to Canada and I saw the market and I was like, what is this crypto and everything? And later down the road, I learned about how that works and wanted to start investing, but I didn't have a job and it was tough. And down the road, I'll tell my journey about how I got into the market and how everything worked out. But for the purpose of today, I'll just say that I started I invested first in 2018, and I invested around $140 that time, and I bought some Litecoins. And in 2021, the value of that investment became around $1,000, so a return of more than $700 to $800.
Right.
And since when my brother saw this progress, he was also interested and he also got some confidence in me. And he's now finally decided that he's going to invest in the market as well. So I'll pass it to him for.
So yeah, I mean, as you guys know that my life in Japan, like we both are living abroad. I'm living in Japan, and Ferdinand is living in Canada. Has been quite tough. Like I had to kind of come here, learn a different language, get a job. I started my own startup. I failed, and the investors they come running after me. Like even though they invested, but they wanted the money back. So I need to give the money back to the investors, take care of my family. So investment was a really a dream to me. But back in my mind, I was always very passionate that from where I would start. But it was so difficult because in Japan, most of the stock markets, information, even Yahoo Finance is in Japanese. So I don't really understand, I don't really have the time to read those data in Japanese, right? So I was really, in a huge ocean of information, but I wasn't being able to do anything. And then I reach out to Ferdin and saying that, hey, dude, you're doing so well and you have so much of experience of last 4 or 5 years. Can you please teach me how to get started? And finally, Ferdin came up, with a very nice idea. And today we're going to show you how I'm going to start my journey. So one of the reason for this podcast is not only talk about investment, but also show you guys that how we are investing, what products we're investing, and how much return we are kind of forecasting. So we're gonna go through all those things today. So yeah, let's move on to the next part of our discussion. So Ferdinand, I wanted to know like why someone should invest from a very young age. right? I mean, you started at the age of 21. So I just wanted to know your motivation behind it.
I think by investing at a early age, you not only learn a pattern of financial independence, but you also get very disciplined.
Right.
So you have that intention of like, okay, fine, if I have $100 to spare, let's just not buy some stuff. Instead, let's invest at least 50% of it.
Yeah.
Because when you start investing at an early age, you have more recovery time. And
Right.
by meaning recovery time, in stock market, it's never guaranteed that you're gonna make money out of it, even stock or crypto. So
Yeah.
even if you incur a loss at a young age, you can recover. And there is one thing, the power of compound interest. Everyone studied compound interest, I think, in standard 6 7, but we never valued the importance. So by investing at an early age, you can really get the effect of compound interest and let your money multiply itself while you're sleeping. So yeah, I think that is the main reason which motivated me to start investing. Although my investments are very small in amount, but I think over time it has huge potential. Yeah.
Sure. For me, if you ask me that why I actually became quite interested in investment, because I'm gonna be 28 very soon, and I'm planning to get married. I'm planning to get my have kids, have a kind of a comfortable life. But also, like, as a person in sales, we cannot really guarantee that our life will be smooth every day, because in sales there are rainy days, there are sometimes very high peaks, sometimes very low. So I just wanted to make sure that I have some a very stable kind of financial situation, so that my family can live comfortably, and also I can focus in my salesmanship. So yeah, I think what you mentioned is those like compound interest and getting earning while you're sleeping, but also like to make sure that you provide a comfortable situation to your family by investing is also a good way, I believe. Right. Okay. So why don't you move on to yeah, why don't you move on to kind of so I think you mentioned somewhere like there are two kind of investors, right? Like people who are like us who are working full time,
Yes.
and also there are people who are work investor like a full time. So can you tell me the difference of what kind of investors are there in the market?
Basically, there are two types of investors. So one is passive investor and one is active. So for a professional like you cannot devote time completely to the stock market because you have a career and your main source of income is from your job, right? So for people like you, working professionals, you need to like you can invest passively, which is basically you put your money in the market and let it work, and you have a balance or low risk portfolio
Yeah.
so that there is a lower chance of losing the money,
Hmm.
and not like super high returns, but like it will grow but slowly. And there is one is active investors. So in that category, most of them falls into, like, there is like many divisions, but to make it short, I'll just say most of them are day traders, when they will be buying the stock and then selling it within a minute or two or within the day.
Okay.
So and they're solely devoted to making money from the stock market. So yeah.
I see. So people like us who are working full time or who doesn't want to really be a stock trader, day trader, you mean? They are called like passive traders, right? Passive investors. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
So I think that is a very clear understanding to me that what kind of investors I am, why I should invest in the market. Ferdin, like I think there are so many stock markets, right? Canadian stock market, Japanese stock market, American stock market. So, as a beginner, what market do you recommend me to get in?
So the question you asked, it's very important, and I think it depends. If you have the option to if you have the option to access the US stock market, then I would definitely recommend anyone
Yeah.
to invest in American stock market, US stock market, because it's the biggest, first of all, and normally the trading volume and the changes in market, that is also the highest in US stock market. compared to any other market. But then again, there the question arises if you have access to the US stock market or not.
Right.
If you do, then any stock market you have access to, just start by doing that, and yeah, from there on.
Got it. Okay, so I think you mentioned me about a platform which is a very interesting platform called Interactive Brokers. So I
Yeah.
actually opened an account in Interactive Brokers, and I will just maybe share my screen to show you how this Interactive Brokers look like. So I actually opened my account in Interactive Brokers. So I actually got two accounts here. So one is my Japanese account, another one is my foreign account. So I'm very lucky that I'm actually I got the opportunity to trade in the American stock market, and I kind of like a shortlisted, try to build up a portfolio of my favorite stocks, which I really believe and like to trade, and these are some of those. So do you want to talk like a little bit about, this, what does the symbol means, surprise, change? I mean, a bit of description for a beginner, like how to kind of.
So in this modern era, we do trading a little bit differently compared to what the way it was used like 10 or 15 years back. So now everything is done online via platform. So one of them is Interactive Brokers. So which helps you or enables you to buy and sell stocks of the US market
Yeah.
sitting at your home. So
From
basically, what
anywhere in the
we're
world,
saying,
right?
huh?
Anywhere in the world. I mean, even I'm in
Anywhere
Japan,
in
but.
the, anywhere in the world, basically. So the first on the left hand side, it's the symbol DIS or NIO. So basically, the screen it's they're the tickers. You can say tickers or symbol, whichever you're comfortable with,
Mhm.
and you can see the price of each unit
Yeah.
on the second column, and the third column says that percentage change in one day of trading. So like that's the amount that
Mhm.
changed, and then it says the percentage. It's calculated automatically. So we'll get into details
Sure.
later down the road, because like if I start talking about the screener, basically what we are seeing on the screen, there are like particular softwares
Right.
where we can just put them and see and analyze them.
Yeah.
So it gets pretty overwhelming, so much information to digest. So I think we'll save that later for our viewers.
Yeah.
So
Just to interrupt, Fardin, this is not Interactive Brokers platform. It's an application called Seeking Alpha. So
oh yeah,
in Japan, like the Yahoo Finance is also coming as Yahoo Finance Japan. So I can't really use Yahoo Finance, which is really a popular kind of like a
yeah, screener, yeah,
suite.
popular screener.
I'm using Seeking Alpha to kind of see or kind of analyze my favorite stocks. For example, I just want to go a little bit to Tesla. So if I click into Tesla, so in 1 year, I can see that Tesla has grown, I guess, like 429.95%, something.
Mm, no, you click on it.
Oh, okay, sorry, I
I
didn't.
think you have the picture, yeah,
Yeah.
or you can just see it. It has grown 353.68%
Oh,
from
wow.
last year,
Okay.
April. So that's significant. Like it's normally very rare
Mhm.
for a big company like a big cap company like Tesla to grow this much.
Mhm.
But yeah, it is
Yeah.
very like whoever got into the market during that period
Mhm.
made a lot of money. And that's the power of investment. So you basically just put your money over there, your savings, which if you put in a bank, especially in North America, like in Canada, where the banks will only provide 0.5% in savings account interest. So suppose you had $5,000, it will become more than $15,000 now. So yeah, it's
So
very,
what is this, Ferdinand? So this is basically 1 unit of Tesla, 709.44.
yes, yes, that's the price of one unit.
All right. And what is this? 32.9, 32.
That is the amount it increased. Like if it's green color, then it means it increased $32.44 last Friday
Okay.
when the market closed. on
Right.
that particular day, it increased $32. So, and the one in bracket, 4.79%, that is the change in price
All
in
right.
terms of percentage.
Lovely. Got it. So yeah, I think so. This is actually about Tesla. If we look at 5 years, the amount of increase is 1373, but only in 1 year it increased 353.68%. So that's a spectacular growth of your investment. And I
Yes.
think here there's all the information about what Tesla is doing. There is about the 52-week range, day range, EPS, PE. I think these are very detailed things that we don't need to know those things right now. But so just to break down, guys, to tell you about how I am starting. So I create my portfolio in Seeking Alpha, and then I use like interactive brokers to buy, but I use the interactive brokers mobile platform, which is much easier. So that one we will show you guys maybe later in the next blog, that how to use interactive brokers mobile platform to buy stocks. And so now I wanted to move on to our next topic, which is I think Ferdin suggested me a couple of stocks. We kind of shortlisted. We have a portfolio as I showed in Seeking Alpha, but also we have created a spreadsheet about what you're going to purchase. So Ferdin, do you want to talk more like why that spreadsheet is important, or why it's kind of have a list of things in your mind before going to the market?
Yeah, of course. Because if you go into the stock market or if you open up any app, basically there are like more than thousands of stock. I don't have the number back of my head. Like there are more than 10,000 stocks. So which one you want to buy, right? And as we mentioned, there are two types of traders, like passive and active investors, right? So you don't want to put your savings and the next day you see that your money has decreased significantly, and like it creates a mental pressure and whatnot. So what you need to do is, based on your risk tolerance level, you need to create your own portfolio, and it needs to be diverse. Like you need to put certain percentages of your investment
Mhm.
in certain stocks, which you can look at their previous track record and see that how it's going to perform. Of course, you can never predict the future, but you can always uh, predict to a certain extent.
Mhm.
So, and based on the size of the company, you can always choose according to your needs. So, while doing that, I came up with, I think, 7 stocks for you. So,
Yeah.
if you want to show all of them the spreadsheet, that would be great.
Yeah, 7 or maybe 8. Yeah, I'll just share the screen again, and yeah. So, guys, actually, I mean, I'm really thankful to Fardeen for coming up with this stocks, because in my life, in my experience, I never knew all the stocks and how to analyze this. And I mean, although I'm good at sales, I love doing sales, I love money, I know how to make money, but I'm never good at investing. So Ferdin is the one who kind of taught me, like, here's a list of the companies which we have targeted. So for example, Tesla, we have listed one quantity for now. We are planning to buy it for $709. And so if you can see, so this is the 1 year of increase. So 353.68% Tesla has increased within 1 year. Facebook, 325 USD, one quantity we're buying. Facebook has increased 58. I think Airbnb, we're buying one quantity. Neo is a very interesting stock. For Dane, do you want to talk a little bit about Neo?
Yes. So Neo, it's a Chinese company,
Yeah.
and they work with batteries. Basically, their main focus is on batteries, and because of the electric car market has seen such a growth, especially you see like the price of Tesla stock went so high and everything. So with that, Neo has grown significantly as well. So the percentage increase is actually 1152%, even more, way more than Tesla. So uh, because everyone in the foreseeable future, all the big companies like GM, as well as other car manufacturers like Toyota, um, they have mentioned in their company vision that they want to become carbon neutral company by 2030 and 2035. So basically what carbon neutral means, that there will be no emissions from their vehicles.
Right.
So they want to go all green and electric. And if you want to go and become electric, make electric cars, the most challenging part is batteries. You need sustainable batteries. So NEO has come up with a solution, and that's why it has grown this much. And I think in the next 3-4 years, it will grow even way more, and it has a lot of potential to grow. And that's why I suggested you that you invest while the price is so low. Still,
Yeah.
it has increased a lot, but I still believe that it's low, that it has the potential to reach up to $200 in the next 1 or 2 years easily. So yeah, that was my reason for suggesting.
Approximately around $39.84, 7 units only. It's very less investment, but let's see. Maybe I should have invested more. Next comes Robert Half and then Apple. So Apple is something like a very futuristic company. We're also targeting 2 units for Apple. Uh, and then comes Ocugen. Ocugen is maybe the biggest, the bullish one. It's a pharmaceutical company, right? They're making some eye products.
Eye products, and they have came up with the coronavirus vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine, and they're on the verge of getting approved.
Oh,
And actually, I got into Okugen at 696 when it was 696 on April 10th, because I saw the news, and I just happened to, like, I was at work, I was browsing my phone, and I found this stock, and then I went to the thread, like in Yahoo Post, there is an option where people shares articles regarding the company. And I came across this like few articles where it was stated that very soon the vaccine might be approved. And that time I knew that they're going to be, like, if the vaccine gets approved, the price of the company will go very high. And my prediction was right, and I believe it is going to reach around $20.
nice.
So I already invest, like, I got like 15 shares of it, which
Yeah.
is very less. But yeah, but the thing is, the main focus of our topic is like how much it increased by. So it has seen a growth of more than 100% in the
Mm-hmm.
last 1 week.
Sure.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if, as you guys can see, like it's 12.67. I think in last week it was a little like, yeah, it was 5.94% in Friday. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
quite a huge return.
Yeah, if you just go in the 1 month tab, if you just press 1 month tab,
Oh, so 1 year 3947.92,
yeah, if you go to 1 month, then you can see.
87.70, right?
Yeah. So I got it down on April 10th. If you move your cursor down to April 10th over at the bottom, yeah, you can see the price. It was 697 over there. During that period I bought it. So yeah.
Amazing, man. Amazing return. So yeah, I think it's a huge kind of a return. Then UiPath is a stock which I personally believe. So it's a robot processing automation company, RPA firm. So what they do is, for example, as a recruiter, we receive a lot of CVs, right? And but we don't have so much of time to kind of screen all the CVs. So UiPath sets up the automatic robots to kind of screen those CVs which we don't need, or screen those CVs which we need based on our keywords, based on our requirement. So I think UiPath is still a very new company. It just got IPO last month in NYSE, and we are just trying to kind of get maybe, yeah, 3 units of UiPath, something like that. So yeah, this might change, but we just had a simulation here so that we can start getting into the market. And finally, this is the stock about Disney. Ferdi, do you want to talk a little about Disney, how they kind of relapse their business?
Yeah, it's nothing like too fancy. It's just that Disney is the second, like they're in, like, just after Netflix,
Yeah.
they're like their second market, and I think very soon they're going to take over Netflix as well.
Hmm.
So last year it has seen a growth of $86,
Hmm.
so which is like 73%, 76%, and it's still growing, especially the number of subscribers,
Yeah.
people who are watching Disney and their products like Hotstar in India. And so they even acquired Hotstar, so which is very popular as well. So we thought it is worth it
Yeah.
investing in. And overall, like, if I am talking about the whole portfolio. If you see, like, except for Okugen or Oxygen, whatever you want to say. So Oxygen and Neo, all of the stocks are like the name you have heard of, or you're familiar with. So because you are a passive trader, I suggested you all these stocks, because the chances of the price going below what they are today is very low. And of course, at the same time, we see an average return of 615%. So it is normally, you never like, it's very rare to see such a huge average return of 10, like 9, sorry, 9 or 10, 10 stock, like
Less than
10 companies.
8.
So, oh yeah, 8. But due to the pandemic, the price fell and then it went up again. So the average is a little bit out of proportion, I would say. But you can normally, since the portfolio is low moderate risk level, so you can expect like to get a return of at least 10% and above. So we are forecasting that you'll at least see 15% growth. So currently you're 2,500, you're investing $2,540, and we are forecasting next, by end of this year, not even 1 year, in the next 6 months, this has potential of growing into reaching close to $2,800. So yeah, and over time, as we plan, like before making this, like choosing these options, we, like, I asked you how long you want to hold them for. So that is also a very important factor. So if you are holding it for short time, like a day or 2 days, 1 week, 1 month, then your planning will be different. If you're planning to hold it for 6 months, or if you're planning to hold it for at least 3 years, then your planning will be very different as well, because the
Yeah.
time you are in the market for a certain company, the time you're invested in a company for, is very important as well. Because
Yeah, I mean, if I would have invested this money a year ago, like 2540, then it would have been this much, like 15,000 $623. So the amount of return would be this exactly from the data which you have shown you. I mean, this is the real one. It's not any forecast. So I wish I'd have invested this money a year ago, but for now, let's just hope that we can get a return of 10 to 15% with this amount of investment.
yes.
Cool. So yeah, I think I'd like to wrap up our today's first podcast over here. I think that was a lot of information for you guys. And I personally believe like investing is something which everyone should do, whether you go into crypto, whether you're going to stock, whether you go into your personal investment. I've been investing in myself for quite a long time. Now it's time to kind of invest in, more material stuffs. So let's see where we go with this kind of mindset of.
We'll also show everyone about the, like, we'll also make a video about crypto as well later down the road, right?
I want to make it, I hope, weekly. So, for example, we'd like to come up with how we are buying using the IB Care and then all the other things. So, yeah, we'll keep working with you guys for every week with some new things about investment. Right. So that ends our first podcast. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Fardin. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye. Cheers.
Thank you.